Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see now. So in the United Kingdom part, just put the postcode that you're saying about where the hospital is, if you know it.
Yeah,
Roughly speaking, it hasn't got to be exact.
what's my got postcode? Oh, it's around
Prob-
B9 sides.
Yeah, just go B9 and then maybe do and then type property just underneath it where you can see the different sections. Underneath
Mm.
it, normally I go just where it says cars, vehicles, services. Under there, there's this property section, but you can do it that way as well.
Where's that? I want to hear.
Yeah, so just go property, and then if you don't click on it, just hover over it, and then it will show you for rent. If you
Oh,
just
what
go,
is this thing in my. Wait,
yeah,
oh, there
where
you go. I couldn't see because I had that in my way. So to
that's all
rent.
right. Yeah, and then that's what, yeah, I go there. Um, and then if you
Just
scroll
switched
down
over
to the,
then.
yeah, if you scroll down to the left where it says location again and choose distance, I normally do like a 3 mile radius,
Okay.
just because that's sort of where I'm willing to drive to, etc.
Give me cars, man.
Yes, Gumtree does that sometimes. You have to just keep clicking property. Yeah, there we go to rent. And then scroll down on the left hand side and filter. I would prefer you to look at houses. So click house. And then also private rather than agency, which is just a little bit further down. Yeah, so we've got
Yeah.
39. So good. So literally, even this first one, for example,
Yeah.
1350, if we just click on that, I literally send as many messages as possible because some people are going to ignore them. Some people are going to feel
Mm.
skeptical.
Yeah.
Some people are going to read your link and be quite warm to it. This guy looks like a
Oh.
landlord who's trying to take photos himself. He can't get his fingers
Yeah,
out.
you
He
can
can't
say
get
there's
his
got his
fingers
finger
out
in
the
there.
way. He can't get
Yeah.
his fingers out the way. He probably doesn't like estate agents.
Yeah,
So
so you got this here and the hospital right here.
yeah, yeah. So this could be a good little look, man. So out of these 39 properties that are there, unfurnished, ideal for working family. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
That's just quite generic, but I mean, very simple. He hasn't
Yeah.
used much text at all. You'd market it a lot more aggressively than that. But anyway,
Yeah.
you would so where it says email,
Yeah.
you would click there and literally just follow the steps that we do on the Gumtree strategy, which we've uploaded.
Yeah.
Once you sign in, then you'd put your message in there with your photo of your website link and your photo of your
Okay.
company number with that exact
Okay.
message that we use that says, would you be open to a company and
Mm.
the rental rights bill that's coming into play? It might
Yeah.
make more sense for you, just leave it sort of open-ended like that. And
Okay.
then I would blast all of those properties that are on there. So 39, if we go back and we look at the whole amount of properties that are there,
Yeah.
I'd literally, I'd hit all of these guys up
Okay.
until it gets to like when you see like it's been on the market for months, then it's like, okay, well, someone's probably rented it by now. I wouldn't necessarily target the one beds, although that actually looks like it
Yeah.
could be okay. That looks like you get a little garden with it as well. So that could actually be a good little unit.
Looks so
Unless
renting.
it's someone's Airbnb in their garden or something.
I think it looks more like they're renting out. How can this
Yeah,
be a one
I don't know. There are some one bed houses, but maybe that's just a bad ad. Maybe they've got it wrong. There's no way that can be a one bed, can it?
bed?
That's just one room that they're trying to rent, isn't it? Inside
Yeah,
the
I thought
house.
it's one room.
Yeah. So, okay, maybe not those ones. Maybe we'd ignore those ones. But all these free beds that you can see, um,
Yeah.
I'd message them all.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
more.
Message them all. You're going to get some people saying nothing. Some people will be curious. You get a couple messages back and they'll either want to send you their phone number for you to give
Yeah.
them a call, or they might even get you to come and view. But more than likely, they'll want to speak to you first. and
Yeah.
that'll be where we can practice, you know.
Okay. And then
So
just a question, like, let's
yes,
say
mate.
for example, yeah,
Mhm.
you got this property and
Mhm.
it's close to the Heartlands Hospital. It'd be great for,
Mhm.
nurses and doctors.
Yep.
But looking at the rooms, do I have to make sure that, these room sizes are HO standard
Good
and these
question.
doors?
Good question. So if you were doing it as HMO, then yes, you would have to. But I think it would be a good idea to have a look on Birmingham City Council website and just type in HMO rules and regulations because
Mm.
they do vary. They're generally quite similar, but they do vary. Like, for example, I'm viewing one tomorrow in an area in South Wales called Merthyr, and
Yeah.
you're allowed four unrelated people in the house without it being an HMO license property.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's going to be more than two in Birmingham because it's quite a big
Yeah.
area and it's quite. I know it's Article 4 now,
Yeah.
but it's definitely worthwhile checking. So that's the HMO side of things. Obviously, it's not an HMO, so your strategy would be more like you would offer this landlord a fixed rent, but you would be in the grey area in between HMO and serviced accommodation. So
Yeah.
it's not a licensed HMO. Obviously, the landlord is going to ask you who would you be putting in the property.
Mm.
You would say either two doctors, more than likely, two doctors or two
Yeah.
nurses that we have relationships with that would pay us a premium. That would be the only sort of longer term tenants that we'd find for it, or
Mm.
we would target other doctors, other nurses in the area, maybe engineers, and they would pay us more of a weekly, monthly sort of
Right.
tenancy, and
So basically
that
going on
would
like
fall under
service accommodation.
service accommodation. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, sounds so.
there would be no contract in place with those people. There'd be guests, so they'd pay for their time while they're there.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't fall under being an HMO because they're not living in the property for like a long period of time, you know.
Okay. So then, okay, so scenario. Let's say, the landlords agreed with the 1350.
Hmm.
It's a good area next to the hospital. I think I can get some nurses and doctors there.
Hmm.
I don't think there's any construction going on around here as far as I know, because I go up there quite a bit. There's no construction going on around there, so I
Yeah.
don't think that any contractors will really be there.
Yeah.
Then would the next step be I'd, furnish and set this property up
Hmm.
as essentially a service accommodation.
Hmm. Yes, that would be the next step. So open another tab and just go on booking.com and we'll do a little bit of due diligence and see
Yeah.
what other people are doing. So do the exact same postcode in the search
Okay.
and then maybe do Monday to Tuesday this week coming. So tomorrow to Tuesday, one night.
Mm.
Or maybe do Tuesday. Yeah, Monday to Tuesday. It's fine for now, one night. And then
Yeah.
in the top right hand corner where it says two adults, maybe
Yeah.
we'd try and target three adults and three rooms potentially because it's a three bed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this would be the type of property that people would be searching for. Took you to America then, just then,
Oh yeah.
Alabama. All right, scroll down. Are we B9? Yeah, B9, there we are.
Yeah, now we are.
Okay, so we've got 870 properties to choose from. Let's try and narrow this down a little bit on the left-hand side. So if we go to keep going down, we want to do apartments and uh, not country house, I guess.
Guest house?
Guest house, yeah. Holiday home as well, I guess. Mm, that should be okay for now. I think
Yeah.
homestays is probably similar, but that's enough. There's more than enough for there to look through.
Yeah.
So in fact, let's get rid of apartments because they're going to be fancy, nice apartments, aren't they? So this is going to be more of a guest house, holiday home.
Mm.
So if you look at that's a new person, so there's not gonna be much data there. So let's find someone with some good some reviews.
Got one review, 194 reviews.
That'll do.
Yeah,
So the photos are a little bit blurry, but let's quickly have a scan through the photos and see. Looks okay. Pretty basic.
yeah.
Double oven there.
That's what I was.
Yeah. Looks quite big. Looks bigger than a three bed. Maybe it's two of them together. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. We can do all of this. That's fine. So let's close this and let's go and have a look at the calendar.
Okay.
So if we click reserve, bit further,
This one?
no, further up, go back up. Yeah, let's go there. And then on the left hand side, if we scroll up a little bit and we
Yeah.
hover over the calendar sign where it says Monday to Tuesday, yeah, just hover over there. Maybe, okay, yeah, cool. So on this calendar, this is where you can see who's booked and who hasn't. So the line is that means someone's booked,
Yeah.
and where the price is, that means there's no bookings. That means it's available. So
Yeah.
so far, I mean, not looking like it's massively busy at the moment.
No,
One night booked in March, not much booked in April or May.
no,
Um,
nothing's
so
booked.
yeah, it doesn't look like that's a great example.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's a little bit expensive, but I don't really know Birmingham too well. But I would rent somewhere like that for more closer to like 150 in my area a night. Obviously, I know
Right.
Birmingham's more busy, but if you think about the travel lodges and the Premier Inns and that, I
Yeah.
think 250 for three people might be a little bit expensive. So let's
Okay.
try and find a different example of someone with a little bit of a smaller looking property. Um,
Take me back down to this. So,
it's all right, take your time. Guest houses, leave apartments, guest houses, and what was the
holiday
other one
home.
we did? Holiday homes, yeah.
Three,
Uh,
three beds.
yeah, three beds and three rooms.
Mhm.
Okay,
Right.
44 to look from. Okay,
18 reviews.
okay, 368 a night. That's quite expensive. 241. Let's find something around the 200 mark. Um, okay, let's have a look at this three bed here. How many reviews they got? 66. That's a three bed house, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit more of a semi-detached, but still. Um, let's play the same game. So let's try and have do this. Look at the calendar. Photos look a little bit average,
Yeah.
but again, you know, contractors don't need complete luxury. Hover over the calendar. See, now there's more bookings now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's that? Four,
That
five,
book.
six. That's normally a good indication because more people in March will book as well as March starts to. We've only
Yeah.
just started March, and where you would want to be at is 15 nights is a great place to be. Obviously, that's break even point. So
Yeah.
if you were charging 107 a night and you managed to get 15 nights, that should be enough for you to pretty much cover the rent and the bills.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So
then,
that's
yeah, and you can already see four people are booked in April,
yeah.
which is good. So that's another good sign. So it doesn't seem too far off. You see some bookings that normally people don't go too far ahead because they're not that organized.
Yeah.
And the nature of
Yeah.
their stays are normally like they find out quite late.
Okay.
But this is a much better example.
Right.
So this is where you do your due diligence.
Yeah.
And a house like that is similar to what you'd be. In fact, his name's Mohammed as well. Don't tell me it's the same
I
guy.
know, yeah. I was thinking about the same guy.
But I mean, that's how you kind of work out, okay, how much I could make, whether this would be a good service accommodation unit or not.
Yeah.
Um, and it's quite a good sign, to be honest. So I think the price point, like I said, between 100 and 150 per night is kind of where you'd be at for that type of quality of house.
Okay.
But what you'd hope for is after those 15 nights that you've managed to get booked, the next 5 to 6 nights should all be profit.
Yeah.
So you want to get to like 20 to 21 nights.
Okay. I'm seeing a couple people mention that they were visiting the NEC from here.
Yeah. Good
And to be fair,
research.
the NE yeah, well, the NEC is near me, so from this location is about a
Yeah.
15-minute drive.
Yeah. Well, that's a great way of doing due diligence as well, because now we
Yeah.
know, okay, that's another potential place we can look at finding accommodation near. And
Yeah.
now you know where people are actually, why people are coming to that area.
Yeah.
I'd make note of all of these different places they're coming to visit, and you could even hit up their
Mm,
HR and see if they know if people are coming there to visit, to stay, for
okay.
whatever reason.
So
Um,
you got yeah.
a lot of good data in those reviews. I didn't even think of that. That's something that I'm gonna write down. That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, so NEC again. Oh, that's nice. That's Netflix. So
Yeah,
but I've got Birmingham Airport, NEC. What else have anyone mentioned?
yeah,
Yeah, to be fair, with the NEC, they've always got events on. So
yeah,
like there's like conventions going on at NEC all the time.
yeah. I mean, that's
So
what you
then one
that's what you want to hear, bro, because that's where
yeah,
people are going to be traveling to come and stay, and they don't need months and months. They might just need a few weeks.
yeah. So one thing I could do is probably, keep track of what conventions are coming over and see if
Hmm.
anyone's posted on like, Twitter or anything
Absolutely.
that they're coming
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Twitter, maybe even LinkedIn. I mean, I don't know where
Yeah,
people will post. Facebook, um,
yeah,
those types of places. That's where you'll find out what's happening with events and stuff.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but like even just having this property ready on booking.com at a fair price,
Yeah,
somewhere near the top of the scroll, people are going to find you. But
yeah,
we want to be proactively trying to find people at the same time as people finding you, so that we never have
yeah.
those periods of time where we haven't got any guests.
Okay.
So a lot of good data on here, bro. I think this is definitely a good.
This one's mentioned contractors. So I'm assuming they've targeted contractors
Yeah,
here.
click on them. Yeah, click on them. Let's have a look. See they're betterly priced around the 147 price point.
Yeah, I know this is B18. This ain't far from me. This is not far from Birmingham Airport
Yeah.
as well.
But this is probably a lot more accurate as to how your finish would be as well.
Yeah.
Equalizer. It's
So
quite a good film
it's
there.
very nice.
Yeah, yeah. It is nice, but we could do this. You could get all of this stuff. You could take photos like that, it's just angles and lighting.
We got like two
Not,
days, one day,
yeah, so it's still not a terrible sign, because like I said, that will get booked.
2 days.
Like as the weeks roll by, they've already got three in
Yeah.
April. They've got
We got
some already booked
week
in
in
May.
May.
Yeah. So June is probably a little bit too far ahead, but look, they've got a whole,
July they're quite booked.
yeah, yeah, because someone will look at that and think, okay, that looks nice. I'm staying on at this week, in this week, so I want somewhere nice
August
to
is
stay.
August is fully booked.
Yeah, summer's mad. That's a nice month. That month there, boy. That's
July,
147.
August.
147 times 30, that is.
Wait, how's September, October, and November gone?
I mean, maybe they're staying there themselves in those
Yeah.
days. You never know.
Never
You
know.
never know. But I mean, that's very good due diligence there. In the review, some people are saying it's not value for money though.
There's a reason.
Well, just those red parts that caught my eye. Somewhere further down, it seemed like there was some people.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, more data for you to learn from.
Yeah.
Staff, they're saying not good. Comfort, these are things people are complaining about. These are things that you would look to improve.
The bed was small.
Yeah. Roaches. Jeez.
No, this is bad.
Roaches in Birmingham is a mad one,
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
They shouldn't be in Birmingham. They shouldn't be in Brum. That's mad.
Yeah.
But okay. I
So
mean,
these are for the NEC as well, where the
yeah,
arena is.
yeah. So we're starting to paint a bit of a picture here.
Everyone's coming to NEC
Yeah,
airport.
yeah. So you are definitely in a good little area for sure.
Right. So I think instead of the hospital, I'll be moving over to where the NEC is in Birmingham and stuff, which is good
Yeah.
to be fair because
Closer.
yeah, well, yeah, it's right next to me.
Yeah. Perfect.
Hmm.
Perfect.
What
I
else
mean,
on
you
the
could
other
literally
side?
study booking.com all day long and get so much data. But what I do like about this ad is they're quite specific with their headline,
Yeah,
like where they're saying contractors, families and free parking. I think what they've done is study what people are looking for when they're looking,
yeah.
and put it in a headline, which is going to obviously grab their attention immediately.
Mm.
So,
We've got Birmingham Airport here.
yeah,
I know doing all of these locations.
yeah,
But this is next to me.
okay.
See what this is?
9.7, it's an apartment, which isn't like for like. It's going to be more of a new build, I'd imagine. But
Yeah.
still, you can do a little bit of due diligence on those. But
So,
I think you're going to be looking more like these houses, two-bed house, three-bed house. See
mm,
how some of them have put their headline as NEC.
yeah, NEC, JLR,
Yeah.
Birmingham Airport.
And they're booked, aren't they? That's why it says it's unavailable on your dates.
Contact is monthly, isn't it? Also, these so if it says unavailable, it means they're already booked.
More than likely, yeah, because we've looked for Monday this week, haven't we? So
Oh yes.
someone's probably
If
already done that a couple of weeks ago and
if
booked.
I click on,
Yeah,
I'll go on this contractors one.
yeah,
I'll go on that. See what dates they're booked.
yeah. But there's literally so much information here.
There's a book for
It's only booked
Monday.
for one night, literally on Monday, and then it's got a few nights available.
Yeah,
Not massively busy.
let's try another one.
How much are they per night?
97. Okay,
97.
so
It's quite cheap, but it's only a two bed.
so pretty, yeah.
Um, Wonder why it's not working for them. They've got good reviews.
Mm,
Two bed, one kitchen.
mm, let's try another one.
Yeah.
Where's that page gone?
Are they quite new? They've only got one review.
Have they? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's one review. Yeah.
yeah. So they're literally like they've done it themselves, probably. That's their first review. They've probably done it themselves.
Yeah.
That's
I'll see
why
another one.
they haven't quite figured out their biting point yet. So they're just under a
Okay.
hundred, and they haven't got many bookings yet. So there's not much to really be able to judge from them just yet.
This is a
But
house.
yeah, more of a like for like. There's some good photos there.
If we look at
No, we haven't looked at this one.
so this one looking good.
There we go, bro.
March is gone.
There we go.
April soon to go.
Yeah.
Let's see this. The summer was looking good for contractors, wasn't it? So May's gone weak.
278, boy. That's a nice price as well.
Yeah, that's very nice.
I guess you can charge that when you've made it that nice.
Yeah. August you already got a bit. July you got a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're doing well. That's a good one to copy.
Where was this? B92. Ah, yeah, this is Harvestmoat Road. So I think the rent here
Hmm.
is a bit expensive.
Okay, that's why they're obviously
So,
having to charge a bit more.
yeah, for like a three bedroom, I think you're looking at about probably anywhere around like 2 grand to two and a half.
Okay, so that's why they're having to charge a bit more then.
Yeah, so it's a bit expensive to be honest.
Yeah. But I mean, going back to what we was looking at on Gumtree, you can
Yeah.
clearly see now you can turn an ugly duckling into a swan, like it just
Yeah.
depends how much you want to do.
Mm,
Or you can just keep it pretty simple and just maybe do basic furniture and stuff in there and target contractors and price it around the 100 to 150 point and still
yeah.
get booked up, which is a great sign.
Okay.
So definitely starting to make progress now, bro.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, Luke. Appreciate you
No
taking the call,
worries, no
man.
worries. You got a lot to get on with there.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with the progress you're making so far, bro. You're flying.
Yeah.
And we've got the
Nice
register
one, bro.
now, so it's good. We're moving now.
Yeah. So I'll get all that sorted this week, and then
Yeah.
let's see what sort of things I get.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll catch up in the week. I'll see you in the WhatsApp group anyway, and then get
Yeah.
your call booked in for next week, and we'll keep pushing on, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Nice one, Luke, man. You enjoy
No
the rest of
worries,
your
bro.
weekend, bro.
You too, bro. Speak to you in a bit.
Yeah. You too, man. Bye.
Bye. Bye.